Remember when Australia was on fire and then flooding shortly thereafter, and the only danger to rugby league was rugby league itself? It was only 5 months ago. So a lot's happened since then. Now that we've had our 10-week hiatus of no rugby league, let's look back at everything that went right and wrong in the NRL this season. New year, new club for Latrell. Everyone knew it was going to happen. First it was the West Tigers, then it was Canterbury, it was the Cowboys. Someone even said the Titans, righto. But Latrell finally went across to Anzac Parade, ended up at Souths. Good news for everyone? Maybe. And thus concludes pre-season talk about Latrell Mitchell. On the final day of the pre-season, it was revealed that Sharks forward Finay Kulo, he's only 20, been in the club since he was 15. He had brain cancer, had to immediately retire. Life's not very fair sometimes. Jack DeBell's court case has been further delayed this time because a key witness is ill, so it's been further pushed back to April 8. It looks like DeBell may not play again for the second consecutive season. The NRL Nines gave Crisis Merchants an early start to their season. The Panthers, they were eliminated because there's no video ref and that was a dud call. I mean, it's the NRL Nines, really, who cares? If you're going to be that sooky in February, by the time October comes around, when the grand final's going on, and it actually means something, you're going to have nothing left. Pace yourselves. An amazing sign of rugby league doing right, 3 days after Quaden Bales, whose story of bullying went viral worldwide. Quaden led the Indigenous side out before the All-Stars game on the Gold Coast. The NRL decided to commemorate 30 years since Tina Turner's Simply the Best with this amazing ad featuring Latrell Mitchell. Apparently, a little bit too politically correct. And so they canned it, but not for that reason. Apparently, completely different, it was just a coincidence. Two Bulldogs players are stood down following revelations that they'd brought schoolgirls back to their hotel room while they were in Port Macquarie. They'd been at that high school earlier that day. And bald spot gone. So we've made it, round one. The Roosters lose, the Bulldogs lose in an absolute thriller to open the season with the Eels, and there's even crowds. Everything seems kind of normal, but for how long? So before we had NRL Island, we had Far North Queensland. It's still round two, all teams that are travelling interstate, flying on private charters, but where to from there? What about a magic round, every round, Far North Queensland? Or even the Territory? Scott Morrison said no more than 500 people at a time can gather, so the NRL is going with no crowds for round two.
The boys want to keep playing. It's not ideal, but that's what it is at the moment.
Sure, there was nobody actually there to watch it, but Jason Taumalolo put on an absolute performance for the ages against the Bulldogs. 345 running metres, the most ever for any forward. To give an idea of how disgustingly good that is, at halftime he had 193 running metres. The entire Bulldogs pack had 200s. It was disgustingly good. Further proof that nothing good ever happens on a Monday night, Peter V'landys and Todd Green announced the season is suspended, with no return date announced. The season's now officially suspended, and a bloke who knows a little bit about life in clubland, Phil Gould, he's saying you can't see the season ever coming back this year. And that could mean some clubs are gone. That's it. Never to return. It's the absolute height of the pandemic, and after a week of very public war of words, the NRL and RLPA agree to take a pay cut. So the players will get about 71% of their cut for the year, with Todd Greenberg rumoured to be in the same kind of pay range. Sure, the UFC talks about Fight Island, the AFL's got their hubs, but NRL was first, with NRL Island. If you can remember, Tangalooma Island Resort, which is a little bit off the coast of Brisbane, was thrown up to host all 16 teams, so about 500 people, and nobody else. Think of the wild times that would have occurred. And 1,000. Footy's back, or at least Seems it's going to be back. Project Apollo's been launched. We're going to be going by June 1. What better man than Wayne Pearce leading the way for us? I almost even like the Tigers now. Was he pushed? Did he jump? We'll probably never know the full truth. But after 4 years as the NRL CEO, Todd Greenberg's out. And 2000. Run it straight. May 28. We're back. Footy's happening. Get all your brownie points up because you've got a weekend of doing nothing but footy. Cannot wait. Oh, hey, nap time. Midday nap. So then we have Latrell Mitchell and Josh Adokar. They get caught out on, what else? Social media after a camping trip they had on the north coast of New South Wales. Goes viral. Shocking.
Firstly, I just want to apologise on my actions this weekend. I just, been up here with my family for the last 4 to 5 weeks and practicing, that social distancing stuff, and there's a little bit of a slip up.
Nathan Cleary breaks social distancing laws on Anzac Day, and he gets caught in the most millennial way. A TikTok video of him emerges of him dancing, not too badly, with a bunch of girls in his house. What the f*** is a TikTok? Shit, I'm not going to fit into any of this anymore. How good's isolation? So the flu vaccines. It starts with 3 Titans players being stood down. So you have Bryce Cartwright, Brian Kelly, Nathan Peets. Nathan Peets immediately gets a flu vaccine. He's fine. Brian Kelly soon follows. And then Bryce Cartwright gets an exemption from the Queensland government. So all of this, not for much. Gave us stories for 2 weeks though.